Hey everyone, Chris here from IELTSadvantage.com with yet another success story. So we have Gokul today and he's going to share his success with you guys so that you can learn from him. So Gokul, can you start off by just introducing yourself to everybody?
Yeah, I'm Gokul Prasanna from Tamil Nadu, which is in the southernmost end of India. And I'm a doctor. And now I'm in the middle of my pursuit to have a career in the UK. So for that, I needed a minimum of 7.5 overall in IELTS with at least a 7 in each component. I started my preparations in early April, I think. I was literally looking at an ocean of materials and coaching centers, which really confused me. And it was very difficult to choose the correct coaching center or a correct coaching method like that. But with the help of a friend, I happened to know about your website and your YouTube videos. And I think it really helped me a lot. I usually read a lot of English books, especially fiction, like Jeffrey Archer, and I watch a lot of Hollywood movies and series. So I think it really helped. So I wasn't worried about my listening and reading. I think I was happy that I would score I would get my requirement in listening and reading. So my real concern was about writing and speaking. So that's where you came in, to be precise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you share your scores with everybody?
Yes. I got an overall band of 8. With in listening, I got 8.5 and 9 in reading, 7 in both writing and speaking.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So that's perfect for a doctor because doctors need 7.5 overall to work in the UK.
Yeah.
So
yeah, with the minimum of 7, yes, in each component.
Excellent. So you mentioned that reading and listening were no problem for you. So let's focus on speaking and writing, because those are the two that cause the most problems for students, especially doctors. Doctors really struggle with the writing part. So let's focus on those two parts. So what did you find difficult about the speaking and the writing parts of the IELTS test?
Firstly, writing. In writing, I used to write essays in a vague manner without giving more emphasis to pertinent information or relevant details. And the idea generation part is the one where I lagged very much, I think. So that's where you helped me a lot. Even if I didn't know I didn't know or didn't have a lot of ideas about a question. I followed your advice. You asked us to just think of two ideas that come first to your mind. Yeah, that's the part which helped me a lot, I think. From then on, it was a cakewalk, to be frank.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, you gave a complete structure, the blueprint and the map, whatever you may call it, and I strictly adhered to it. I completely imbibed everything you mentioned, each and every tip and every guideline you mentioned on the website and your YouTube videos. Also, I took that 5-day challenge and I attended your April IELTS live class on Facebook. Yeah, and I think everything. I'm here because of you, because I know I was not good at writing or not up to the mark in writing, but you helped me a lot in structuring the essay, in giving and also the composure and confidence I gained in writing helped me to speak well, at least to get a 7 band in speaking. I think writing helped me a lot in speaking.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Actually, while writing, yes.
Let's come back to that in a second, because that's really interesting. I've never really heard a student talk about how improving their writing improved their speaking. So let's talk about that in a second. But I wanted to just go over a few things that you said, that you're talking about idea generation, and I think that like about 20-25% of our VIP courses is made up of doctors. And doctors have this weird thing with idea generation that they try and think of the most complex, complicated ideas possible.
Overdoing things.
Yeah, and I've spoken to a lot of doctors about this, and I think it's because you guys are so used to thinking at a very high level. It's you're very intelligent people. You're dealing with very important life and death issues a lot of the time, and I think that kind of makes you think in that high level complex way. So for many of the doctors that I work with, I say, like, just do the complete opposite. Like just what you said. So if you get a question, think about, like, what are the two most obvious reasons? What are the two most straightforward? If you asked 100 people, what would most people say? And a lot of doctors, when they start to think about it in that way, they're like, oh, okay, it's just the simple stuff we use. Like, yeah, and then that becomes much, much easier for them. Yeah. So that's not only for doctors, that's for everybody. But
that's for everyone, yeah.
For doctors. And the other thing you said was before your essays were very vague. How did you improve that? How did you make your essays, more specific and answering the question?
Yeah, actually, like as you said, we doctors, not only doctors, but a lot used to write essays, write whatever they think, whatever that comes to their mind. Mm-hmm. But I followed your advice, and I jotted down the points before writing the essay. I spent around close to 4 minutes before starting writing. I just plan whatever I need to write. Like I would start with the paraphrase, mm-hmm. and in agree or disagree, be it to what extent you agree or disagree. For that also, I would completely agree or completely disagree. I would just choose a side, like you always said. I think it really helped me a lot. Yeah. And I would write the two main ideas, to make a hint of the two ideas, and make some supporting points and examples. Mm-hmm. And I would just build the essay with an introduction, first paragraph with the main idea, second paragraph with the main idea, and the conclusion. And in discussion questions where they ask your opinion, sometimes I would just add another paragraph after the second paragraph to write my opinion alone. Mm-hmm. Then after that, I would write conclusion. Like this, I got to structure my essay properly after going through your guidelines. Mm-hmm. And to be frank, I went through each and every guideline, each and every sentence you mentioned in your website regarding with respect writing task 1 and writing task 2. Mm-hmm. In writing task 1, I wasn't aware of the overview part. Yeah, that I think that's very important.
It's probably the most important part.
The most important
of the whole writing test. It's if you're doing academic, overviews are so important. If you can't write a good overview, then you're going to struggle to get a score like you're going to struggle to get a 7 or above if you can't write a good overview.
And writing is also not a rocket science. If you follow it correctly, if you follow the guidelines correctly,
if it was rocket science, I couldn't do it. I'm not that smart. I'm not that intelligent. Obviously doctors are smarter than IELTS teachers. So
that's a bit of stretching it to the.
I don't think so. I don't think so. So you mentioned something really interesting about speaking. You said becoming a better writer, becoming better at writing made you better at speaking. Can you explain what you meant?
Yeah, actually, I used to hesitate a lot in speaking. Right now also, I'm hesitating a bit, I think, but I pared down the hesitations, and I think the hesitations were because of my low self-esteem and confidence with the idea generation or with the tackling the questions that are put forward to me. So while writing, I came to realize that there is no problem with the thinking. Mm-hmm. Just the execution part is the problem. Mm-hmm. So the writing made me realize that I am capable of speaking, mm-hmm. just that I need to gain the confidence and composure to speak. Mm-hmm. I know what to speak, what to think, thinking is not a problem. So only the execution part is problem. So I think I developed that with writing.
Yeah.
And in the first place, the writing was astute, thanks to you.
Yeah, so that's a really good insight because fluency is a really good way to judge someone's linguistic ability, because normally when somebody is unsure of the grammar or the vocabulary, they'll pause and they'll hesitate. However, sometimes it's a little bit unfair, because somebody can have great grammar, great vocabulary, but quite low confidence or low self-esteem, or they're unsure of themselves, and that can affect
Which affects the fluency.
that can affect their fluency. So what I if somebody is watching this and they have that problem, I've had this with a few students, and what I've said to them is, if you have problems with self-esteem or confidence or nerves, pretend that you're an actor or an actress for those 15 minutes. So that 15 minutes when you're speaking to the examiner, even if you are quite a shy or timid person, or someone who's a little bit, lacking in confidence, just pretend that you're an actor or an actress playing a role, and you're playing the role of somebody who knows what they're doing, very confident, and don't go in and be very dramatic or anything like
Yes.
that. But also just
you don't need to be loquacious.
No. Like
yeah.
What I say to the other thing that I say to my students is, most of the people that I work with on my course are saying, you have prepared more than 99% of people that are in that test. Most people, they'll not really work hard. They won't put the effort in. If someone is working with me, that because we don't work with people who don't work hard, you're putting more effort in than anybody else. So have the confidence that you've put the work in, and hard work always pays off, as you can see with you, Gokul. So thank you very much for sharing those insights. And where are you moving to in the UK? Where will you be a doctor?
No, actually, I need to write PLAB 1 and PLAB 2.
Oh, okay. Cool. But that's much easier than IELTS, yeah?
Yeah, what they say is, if you get over the IELTS, it is the main hurdle.
Yeah.
Half of the task is over by then.
Yeah. So what's
PLAB
your
1 and PLAB 2.
specialism?
No, actually, I completed undergraduation. So
okay.
I haven't specialized in anything.
Not yet. Okay.
I'm just holding an undergraduate degree.
Okay. Excellent. So good luck in your future. And if you need anything in the future, just feel free to get in touch. All right, Gokul?
Yeah, thank you. And you keep on doing what you're doing and help people like us, because
I will hopefully be able to continue.
You're good at this, and thank God you quit being a lawyer.
Yeah, well, thank God for that I'm not a lawyer for many, many reasons.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.